What's up, YouTube? It's finally here. My RC4wd drive K5 Blazer body. And it brought a friend. I didn't mean to order the extra shell. It was out of stock the day it dropped, and I started piecing it together in my shopping cart. And yeah, it came back in stock later that night. I ordered it, and I accidentally left an extra body in the shopping cart, so I've got a spare body. I know the first thing you're going to think is, oh, you're going to make a Suburban out of it, but I'm probably not. One, because I don't have a chassis long enough. I don't even think the D110 would be long enough to make a Suburban out of this body. And that's not ready to go there yet. These Blazers, another special childhood memory for me. We were kind of poor back in the day growing up, and I had a little car, it broke down. And my dad's boss had a brand new, I think it was an 87 K5 Blazer. It was tan and white. It was a 6.5 diesel, non-turbo diesel. And we borrowed that for, I don't even remember how long. It seemed like a year, but it might not have been that long. But I just remember that it was the coolest thing, little kid, climbing around in the back of there with the spare tire. And the diesel, so we had to get gas. We went to the truck stop, and we'd pull in next to the big rigs, and it was a pretty cool thing for a little kid. So ever since then, I've always had an affinity for K5 Blazers. This one is going to require different body mounts, and they are included with the set. But yeah, this thing's massive. Now these are my GCM 19s. That body's not even on there straight. Or, sorry, GCM 17s that are narrow with the narrow hexes, so they're tucked in more than the stock ones will be. But that's how much wider this body is. Let me spin this around here and show you the width difference. That's pretty well centered. So it's tucking completely in the width of the bumper on those wheels. So this thing is massive. It's awesome. Now this is just a shell. I haven't even opened the box yet. So I guess we'll get started on doing that. This is going to be part one. It's going to be just showing you what's all in it, and I'm talking about my plans for this build. Alright, so we're going to break the seal. Looking at all these pictures up here. The chassis, I just threw that on my Trailfinder 2, my fully linked Trailfinder 2. I did manage to sell my King hauler, so I'm waiting on. I've got a TF2 ready to run on its way, along with some other things. So I'm gonna have a completely full new chassis to put it on, and we'll go back to leaf springs and keep them that way. And I've also got some other stuff for it we'll talk about here in the end. But let's open this thing up. I've seen a couple unboxing videos already. Got a real nice instruction manual. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on the unboxing showing you every little piece. We'll get into that once we start building it. But I just wanted to show you how it's kind of laid out. Let's see this top. I got it taped up. This stuff is, I know it's been said before already, this stuff is heavy plastic. This stuff is going to be very, very durable. This isn't quite like a styrene. This is almost like, it's got a lot of flex to it. So it's going to be very durable for your crawler. This bag looks like chrome. Got some black trim. There's our lights. We got all our headlight lenses. We've got awesome stuff. We got, oh man, those hood hinges are like real hinges. They're complex. They've got multiple pieces, different hinges. That's too much. And then that's the hinges for the rear gate, I guess. We've got our gauge stickers, which are kind of a heavy material. They look nice. Hood magnet. We've got metal emblems. for the K5 on the side, Chevrolet for the tailgate, and yeah, I just can't believe this body set wasn't more expensive. Even like the Cruiser, the Cruiser body set for only, what was it, 30-40 bucks more than a Trailfinder 2, and you get all of that interior stuff. That's just the hardware bag. That seems like a pretty good deal. One thing that did concern me, these mirrors look ginormous. I don't know how those are going to look. They just look ridiculously huge. I may have to source out some of the old Clodbuster scale mirrors from the 80s that people had. They might fit a little better. It's got side marker lights. What else? I just can't wait to see what everyone's going to do with these bodies, because you've got so much detail. I mean, look at what we've done with the community has done with the Clodbuster body. So this thing being an actual Blazer, the Suburbans are going to be the first step. People are going to turn them into trucks. I mean, who knows? The possibilities are endless, and this is such a heavy material that it's going to be easier to work with. Alright, so this does have longer body mounts. It looks like they just stick off the chassis longer, because those are about ½ inch short on each side on the stock body. One thing I did notice too that I really like, on the windows, it does have a separate black trim around your topper window for your back hatch, and that's pretty nice. You know, everybody's familiar with the Jalon 2s and having to try to brush paint the little window trim like I did in one of my recent videos on my D90. That's just a pain in the butt, unless you're just super skilled at it. I'm not that great at it, so it's hard for me to do with a paint marker in my unsteady hand. Looks like some kind of different body mounts. I'm not sure how that works. Sure, we'll get to that. What else we got in the back here? Slide this box back, make some room. Let's put that topper on there. I'll show you that real quick. Look with the topper. That's pretty cool. I've been dying to get this thing all week. Showed it was sitting in Hong Kong forever, and then all of a sudden it showed up at customs. And then I woke up today and it hadn't even said it left customs yet, and it's on my doorstep. So, alright, this is the interior. We got a nice, this is all the same heavy plastic too. Just because it's a different color, it's still real solid. Even the dash feels really solid. We got our floorboard. Then we got our tailgate hood and inner tailgate piece. That hood is giant. That's really good filling material. Alright, then we got another body. Set that over there. Let's get to the chrome with the bling. That was another kind of concern I had. The bumpers look a little large as well. Just the width of them, they just seem just a hair too big for the scale. They go with the mirrors, I guess. So I'm not sure how I like that. Ooh, that's not good. My window trims I was talking about are bent a little bit. I guess they're rubbery enough. Might be okay. Need to leave that sitting somewhere and flatten it out. Yeah, those go around the edge of the glass, and then it all goes on as one piece. It's got long little tabs to mount it, so this is going to be cool. I'm trying not to rush it. I know I want to get these videos out so y'all can see how cool this thing is before, once they come readily available, and then you can decide if you want one or not. But I really don't want to rush it, because I think I want to weather it. I think this is one to do a light weathering on, something kind of like I did on the Hilux body. But yep, it's gonna take a little while. I gotta get the chassis supposed to be here tomorrow. Hey, I did want to talk about all that stuff. So I got a Trailfinder 2 ready to run. Like I said, I'm gonna be taking the body off, the transmission out, And the transmission is going to go in my D90 because I still don't have an R3 for that. And my not sure what tires and wheels or anything yet, but I do have this planned for the Blazer. The V8 should be here next week. So that way I'm going to have a complete running truck. I'm going to do the drivetrain swap to the V8, and this is the R4 transmission from RC4wd drive. And then it'll be an actual Chevy with a 350 in it, just like most of them are. But that's all I'm going to do today. I've got to go work. So we'll pick back up tomorrow. Hopefully the chassis does arrive when it says it does, and we can get the body mounts on and get this thing sitting and start looking at tires and wheels and what fits and what doesn't. But anyway, thank y'all for watching and stay tuned. We've got a whole long process coming.